Guru Ninja, and today's lesson is going to be about the types of properties while calculating whole numbers. So, the first property is the first property is commutative property. Commutative commutative property means while addition or subtraction of whole numbers, we can add or multiply in not add the addition or subtraction, addition and multiplication of whole numbers. We can add or multiply in any we can add or multiply in any form. For example, let's say 5 into 6 into 2. So for this one, I know you can calculate it, but to make it easier, just take it. We can just first multiply 5 and 2, which becomes 10, and then multiply the 6, that is 60. This is commutative property. I'm writing it 60. Simple. This this is used to make multiplication or addition simple. So we can say addition and subtraction are commutative for whole numbers. If you didn't understand, you can just rewind it. Rewind it. Okay. Time for the next property. The next property is associative property, which means we can rearrange the numbers to make multiplication and addition calculation. For example, let's say I, let's say 56 plus 44, no, not 44, plus 78 plus 44 plus 22. So we can just regroup it and make it as 56 plus, wait, I should use bracket. You should use bracket. 56 plus 44 plus 72 plus 22. That is equal to, which is equal to 100 plus 100, which in turn becomes 200. So this is associativity of whole numbers. We can also say, wait, I did something wrong here. Addition and multiplication. So we can also say that addition and multiplication. Mind it, not subtraction. I was just saying it mistakenly. Some are associative for whole numbers. The next property that is closure property. This is a very simple property which basically means addition or subtraction, not subtraction, I'm again sorry, multiplication of whole numbers give the result a whole number. Yeah, that's basically it. For example, 6 plus 6 equals to 12, which are all whole numbers. And time for the last property, which is distributive property. Distributive property means distributing or expanding the numbers to make calculation easier. For example, let's say, okay, this is for those who don't know the tables. For example, 16 into 7. It can also be written as into 7. Uh, oops. To 7, which can be written as 10, wait, 10 plus 6 into 7, Now the next thing we have to do is just multiply 7 into each of the numbers, which becomes 70. And 76 is, if you saw my last video, you will, if you don't know how to calculate it, just see my last video, you will see a technique. 70 plus 42, that becomes easily 112. Yeah, these are all the four properties: as commutative, associative, closure, and distributivity. There is there are two more properties that we can say are kind of like identity properties. Let's just explore them as I just said. There are two identity properties which are additive identity, which is just zero. Meaning, if you add a number to zero, suppose let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 plus 0, that's just 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. That's just it. Meaning, in additive identity, if I add that number, add 0 to a number, the answer is the number itself. That is something we all learned in, like, when we add in class 1, but still this is called like this. And there's another multiplicative identity, which is just 1. This is just the same thing. If you multiply number 2 1, the answer is just the number itself. So that's it. The properties that there are commutative, associative, closure, and distributive. And there are two extra properties, additive and multiplicative identity, which are just something we learned when we learned multiplication and addition. That's it for now. Ash Ninja.